Hey travelers, welcome to a new video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. In today's video, I bring you along on my journey to see the famous Escadaria Selaron, or the Selaron steps in English. They're one of Brazil's most famous cultural attractions. In this video, I share my personal experience that I had at the stairs, as well as I tell you the story behind Brazil's most famous steps. But before we begin, make sure you smash the subscribe button and smash the like button so you'll never miss content like this. Alright, let's get started. Check it out and see what's around here. And join me on part of the journey. Height, but it's so beautiful. I get to Escadaria Selaron after visiting Christ the Redeemer, and smash the like button if you would like to see a video about my experience at Christ the Redeemer. When I get there, there is music playing in the neighborhood. There are vendors on the street selling knickknacks such as congas, and congas are essentially the beach towels that you find here in Rio De Janeiro. The cariocas don't really use towels on the beach, they use these things called congas. And prior to getting to the steps, I thought there was going to be a lot of people because this is one of Brazil's most famous cultural attractions. But to my pleasant surprise, there were not a whole lot of people. In fact, the steps were empty for a long periods of time. And so I was able to savor and just take my time taking pictures on the wall, taking pictures on the steps, just really going and looking at the different towels. But this video would not be complete without me mentioning the person behind the steps. And the person behind the steps is Jorge Selaron. Jorge Selaron was an artist from Chile who moved to Rio De Janeiro in the 1980s. About 1990, he began to revitalize the steps that were in front of his house. And today they are the Escadaria Selaron, or the Selaron steps. And he began to decorate the steps using green and yellow, which are the colors of the Brazilian flag. And eventually he began to get towels from a local square, and that was imported from all over the world. And he began to put the towels on the steps. This project took many years, and it was something that he was very, very proud of. And eventually people from around the world began contributing to the steps by putting and sending him towels from around the world. And if you go to the steps, look closely to see if you see a towel from your country. Jorge Selaron did this as a tribute to the Brazilian people. He loved Brazil, he loved the Brazilian people. In fact, he was inducted as a carioca, which means a person from Rio De Janeiro. Unfortunately, in 2013, after a dispute with one of his friends, he became really depressed. And as it goes, as far as the story, it says that he committed suicide. And he died right on the famous steps that we celebrate today in Brazil. And so his legacy lives on today, and thousands of people every year flock to see his famous artwork, the artwork he left behind. And I thoroughly enjoyed visiting the Escadaria Selaron, the Selaron steps, and I will be back. It is something that I will forever treasure. I absolutely loved my experience there, and the next time I will be sure to explore the neighborhood around the famous stairs that he created. So what is my review of the Escadaria Selaron steps? Well, first, as far as the cost goes, it is free admission. Now, the steps are located next to people's houses, so take that into consideration. But in order to access the steps, it is free of charge. Now, the question of whether or not you need to take a tour to access the steps, it's under really to your own discretion. I personally did not take a tour, and I preferred that because I was able to spend a lot of time taking pictures, observing the artwork, and I didn't feel rushed. Whereas if I took a tour, I might not have been able to fully take in all that the steps have to offer. So what is close to the steps? Well, you have the famous Lapa Arches, and also the steps are in the vicinity of the Santa Theresa neighborhood. And in the Santa Theresa neighborhood, from my research online, you have the bomginhos, or the trams, the trolleys, the yellow trolleys that Santa Theresa is famous for. I didn't take it, but the next time that I visit the Escadaria steps, I will be sure to take my ride on the trolley. As far as transportation goes, I personally took an Uber to get to the steps. You can also take a taxi. I also know that there are metro stops that are close to those stairs if you choose to take the metro as well. As far as if the steps are kid-friendly, when I was there, I saw a couple families who had children at the steps. So it is kid-friendly, but I leave it to your discretion. My overall rating for the Escadaria Selaron steps is a 4 out of 5. Alright travelers, well that is today's video. If you like this video, make sure you smash the subscribe button, you smash that like button. In the comments below, tell me if this is a story that you've heard before or if this is completely new. I would love to hear from you. And until next time travelers, let's travel with our dreams together.